Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do more missing women and children cases. We are here to break the codes if we see any. We are here to see where their bodies are located if they know. And we also here to see if they're alive, to see if the body's suited, okay? Now you know who's involved, the white supremacists and the African Americans, okay? So let's begin. This is about a young child, a young woman and child. Stephanie Goodloe. I just bought a Mr. Good bar. Okay. They got to do with this Goodloe last name. Murdered as daughter 11 was in the next room. Now, this is for my co-worker, Ivana Sockwell. This is your daughter. Okay. The woman behind her is her trafficker. Okay. This is what your daughter look like. It could also add up to the one that I did about the child getting hit in her face. That's also Ivana daughter, okay? So that could have been how she looked at first, and that's how she looked now, okay? An 11-year-old girl's world was shattered on a fateful day in 2016. She was in a bedroom at home when she heard a series of popping sounds. Somebody broke into her bedroom window, okay? The Night Stalker. That's how she went missing. How they took her. They broke into her bedroom window. They was immediately followed by her mother's screams, and then she saw a man dash by her doorway. Frightened, the preteen jumped into action and called the police for help. Somebody laughing, okay? Unfortunately for her mother, youth minister Stephanie Goodloe, emergency responders couldn't save her life. Okay. Police in Washington, D.C. investigated the murder of 40-year-old Stephanie Goodloe and turned their attention to her ex-boyfriend, Donald Helston. Yeah, somebody laughed. Somebody could be in her bodysuit, okay? Your daughter bodysuit, okay? That's why I was getting that day we had that conversation. She said she remembered. Just days before Stephanie was murdered in front of her daughter, she had filed a restraining order against 49-year-old Harrison. She's saying yes. With the apartment or the house people, okay? I don't know that. I didn't know that. She cited instance of domestic violence as the reasoning behind wanting legal protection against her ex. Stephanie had become so frightened that she began documenting incidents months before she was killed. They laughed again, but it was a nervous laugh, including when Heston repeatedly showed up to her home unannounced or slashed her tires. Yes, she's saying yeah, they did do petty gang stalking tactics to Ivana. There was a time when Harrison lived with Stephanie and helped raise her daughter, a young girl who had looked to him as a father figure since she was just a toddler and called him daddy. 2 years after the murder in 2018, Harrison stood in front of a judge and denied that he had anything to do with the murder of his ex-girlfriend. I couldn't have been there, he reportedly stated as members of Stephanie's family angrily exited the courtroom. Harrison's trial had been an uphill battle for prosecutors as there were no DNA evidence or weapon found to tie him to the killing, okay? Now, whoever's wearing her is trying to play mind games with me, okay, right now. That person saying yes. His mobile phone was even cracked, and according to reports, it pinged miles away from Stephanie's home at the time of her murder. This is also how the woman looks. They pretend to be her mother. Okay, they could have shot her with the gun. Okay, when you get shot with that gun, you do lose your memory. The deceased woman's friends and family members took to the stand one by one, recounting instances where Harrison showed violence or controlling behavior. Some testified that Harrison even stole Stephanie's keys in order to have access to her home and vehicle without her consent. Who? During the trial, it was the 911 call from the 11-year-old daughter of Stephanie Goodloe that evoked an emotional reaction. Yes, somebody asked, how How do they know that I'm doing it right now? Blah 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 blah. Because they probably done went and touched my baby Kia casket. I mean, touched the machine, the tomb, okay, to get where my whereabouts or to get what I'm doing at the very moment. Okay, like when they do that. I'm so scared. I'm scared. Please come. I heard shots. I don't know what to do. I'm only 11. The little girl is heard saying on the call. She told the dispatcher her address and then added, I didn't see anything. Okay, so they stopped that from getting to me. But I have been smelling my daughters. My head was under the covers. I think it was a man. I think it might have been my stepfather. Please help me. Could the young girl didn't say for sure that Harrison was the man responsible for the murder on the call. Defense lawyers argued their theories of reasonable doubts. They introduced scenarios where another person could have been responsible. However, at trial, the then 13-year-old recounted that somber day when she lost her mother. The teen told a jury she was 100% certain that Harrison killed Stephanie Goodloe. Okay, what they were telling her. In the end, brainwashing her, trying to brainwash her, but she did not get brainwashed. In the end, they wanted her to eat, so she was good. In the end, a judge, as in like she did not want to eat nobody, that's also how they can test you or try to brainwash you. In the end, a judge and jury handed Harrison his fate. He was sentenced to 49.5 years in prison. They how long he's supposed to be in her bodysuit, so he could be a man in her bodysuit. She's saying yes. Miss Harrison, he's a midget. She's saying Miss Harrison was the only father Goodloe's daughter knew, and in one swoop, he deprived her of both of her parents, unmindful of the collateral damage to her, and disregarding the impact it will have on her, said the judge. Okay, he laughing. Stephanie's daughter has been placed in the care of her grandmother. I know Stephanie's last moments was in fear for her daughter. Stephanie's cousin John Goodloe Jr. said in his victim's statement, I know Stephanie wanted to protect her daughter. You not only stole her mother, you stole her innocence. You pushed a feisty 11-year-old to be brave when all she wanted to do was hold her mother. Stephanie Goodloe called the police. She filed a restraining order. She kept notes of harassment. Still, her life was taken. Please share Stephanie's story with the hashtag #ProtectBlackWomen to raise awareness about this case and the need to rally around our women. She is our sister and her life matters. Also, when you get the mark of the beast, that means you can buy and sell. Mainly the old school motherfuckers, they just selling, okay? They ain't really buying, okay? Unless they really want that person, okay? So the nice style, you know, he buys them or he sells them to different people. Okay, that's also what it means when they say the mark of the beast. And I apologize when I did say it. I got the mark of the beast. I can buy and I can sell. I will talk about it. I thought I was talking about me, like doing this or something like that. Okay, or smoking marijuana or something. I mean, I did not know about. Yeah, they're telling me where you need to rethink that. Well, it did, obviously. Okay, that's also what it means. Okay, probably why they came for me. Them girls, been in the point though. So y'all want to hit with this case, y'all can. I don't do it for the fame and the money. I do because it's what I love to do. Okay, I'm out. Peace. Okay.